All right, next up is Hard Man.
Hard Man?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, okay. I thought you were just saying like the next step is hard, man.
Did you just put a comma after his name? Hard Man.
What the hell were we saying the other day? Oh yeah, because I was wearing a Giants hat and it just had the NY, and you were like, "Fucking, what does that stand for?" And I was like, "New York, bruh," and you were like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, and Ross accused me of it originally saying Brony, and just the BRO wore off. And then I was like, no, it's Brony, but there's a comma after the O.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, New York.
Oh, someone's gonna make $1 million selling those hats.
Oh, yeah, totally.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm too lazy.
You gotta have like a New Yorker ass fucking pony on it.
Bro! Yeah, like the pony's just like giving you like the middle hoof.
Yeah, where the cutie mark is like, I don't know, Empire State Building.
The cutie mark?
Yeah.
Is that what they call those things on their butts?
Yeah, it's called a cutie mark.
Really?
Fucking idiot.
I didn't know that.
Do you not know anything about My Little Ponies?
I remember the My Little Ponies from like the 80s, but I never really paid attention when they came back. They're back with full force, huh?
Oh, they're back with fucking anal force.
Oh god. That's the forciest kind of force.
Yeah. 100%, man.
Bro.
Hello, everybody. That's right. We're going to continue on after episode 400. So welcome to episode 401 of The Brony Show. Though it should be 400.5 because technically I'm on vacation this week. And we're actually going to pretty much phone in the show today. But we're still going to give you a phoned in good show. So pretty much what we do every week. Kind of sounds like we're phoning it in, but we're really trying. In this case, we're not trying really hard, but we're definitely phoning it in. I'm your host, as always, Circuit Main. And I have joining with me a wonderful cavalcade of panelists that will randomly vanish throughout the episode. We have Deathlight Productions. Tech Stallion.
Yep.
Toakoi.
My printer's just working again. Yay!
And Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Smoke bomb. Sorry, I hate being called out like that, but it is so true. We just leave right when we feel like it.
Well,
it's more referencing the fact that basically what I'm going to say is I need to go to the store and actually, you know what? No, I'm going to stick around for what's it running real quick.
Well, we're going to pretty much jump right into that here in just a quick second here. But yeah, we're here to bring you all the fun and silliness of the Brony community for this week. And, well, since we are starting off a little late, we're going to avoid going off of a tirade and stuff and let everybody have their soapbox moment here with a little bit of What's Up, Brony. So, Suki first, Toa. What's up, Brony?
I'm going to the store because I fell asleep for 4 hours. Also, yesterday I spent like 2 to 3 hours on just that. I put it in the backstage.
Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Oh my!
Satisfactory.
Okay, so there we go, everybody. There you go.
And I'll pick one other. Hang on, pick up one other shot. There we go.
Oh, you poor son of a poor man.
Is he a poor man though? Is he? Because
he poor man. Are you calling his father poor?
No, are you calling his accomplishment a poor man? Because it takes a very I'm apparently very loud compared to everybody else, and I have no absolute idea why. So
it sounds good sitting right here talking to everybody right here. So
yeah, I'm going to turn on the mic audio portion here on the audio mixer, and hopefully that will.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will get. Let CMC give me a heads up on if that gets everything going there. Thanks for the heads up.
There's There's that. You
Well,
probably need to turn up how OBS is receiving your
Microphone.
Oh, so, wait, we were fine, but Tech and Death were. Or Tech and Death.
Okay.
I mean, fine.
Oh, so you might need to adjust some things maybe in Discord itself.
Yeah, it sounds like a Discord mixing issue.
Ah, dear. Okay, hold on. Well, Toa is on the lower half. I don't know about you, Suki. Usually, I don't have to adjust you all that much, but it's... Okay, we'll bump both of you up a little bit here. Hopefully, that'll get things going. Even though we're not gonna have much to test here because Suki is going to vanish. But yeah.
And yes, he did just fade into existence.
I faded into existence?
Yes, you faded into existence, Suki. You were born, you faded into existence.
You just have there all the time.
It's just a giant fog rolled in, and then suddenly Suki just kind of slowly emerged from it. It's like Suki boy. Somebody knows that joke.
Tide, you know.
Yeah, he just kind of comes in with the tide.
Yeah.
Our Suki has come in with the tide, but unfortunately it's low tide today.
Yeah, but anyway.
There.
But anyway, if you guys want to see me bang my head against the wall for 2-3 hours on things like that, join me every Sunday for Satisfactory Sunday on my Twitch.
All right.
Also hosted on the Brony Show.
Okay. All right. So right now CMC is saying that everything sounds good, so I'm gonna go with that. We're going to say we're good now for the moment. All right.
Anyway, see you guys in a bit.
See ya. All right, so with that, I might as well jump into a little bit of what's up, Brony, with me, because oddly enough, it's kind of related to what Suki was talking about. So I am technically on vacation this week. I unfortunately, with about 4 different cons that I was planning on going to, postponing until next year. And unfortunately, I'm not holding out hope for 2 of them right now, but we'll see what happens. A lot of vacation time got accrued that I wasn't expecting, and I decided I need to give myself a little bit of a breather and not even have to worry about work. Not that I'm doing much in the way of work at the moment, but we'll leave that alone. So, I decided I'm going to take a week off starting today. And so I apparently already started my vacation in full force because I slept till about noon 30. So I went to sleep around 11:30 and woke up at noon 30. So 13 hours of sleep.
Oh, that's precious. I work 5 days a week, and I went to bed before 11:30. I woke up at 1.
That is not precious. No, that is terrible.
That's horrible.
I lost several hours of the day. I couldn't do my artist training ground. And worse yet, I also started, well, not worst yet, because this is kind of good, kind of bad. It's mixed feelings, to be honest. But it is something that I'm doing, regardless. I'm going, TruckCon is going to be coming up this week, and apparently I have been enlisted to help with some of their streaming, setup and stuff. So, yeah, there was also the sudden pull-in to try to get some training done in regards to that earlier today, which also kind of contributed to me not getting an art challenge done. So, yeah, things got really busy for me, and apparently my vacation might also be used to help Tracom with their online streaming over the weekend. Yay! So that's my What's Up Brony there. I'm technically part of the Tricon staff for helping with their stream, and I'm on vacation and slept for 13 hours. And unfortunately, it really screwed me up too. So anybody else?
My printer's working. I work 5 days a week. 2 of those are back-to-back, going in at 11 a.m., coming out about 5 p.m., and then doing the whole shebang at 7 a.m. the next day.
You know, this isn't a one-upsmanship thing. I'm just saying what happened.
This isn't one-upping. This isn't one-upping. This is what I do and have done for the past week.
Well,
okay.
For me, the shops that make the custom parts and everything I was waiting for, they opened up on Sunday, so now I can actually buy the parts to put my truck back together and have it going before winter, which I was actually really worried about. So that's exciting. And I wasn't here last week because I was busy editing audio, and I'm still not done, but there's only 20 minutes left. So I'm good. And been really busy.
All right. Okay, and anybody else have any other What's Up, Brony, before we move on to news and the like?
Life is silly.
Okay,
Thank you,
there's
Blake.
Blink's. There's Blink's. What's up, Brony?
Nice.
All right. So I guess in that case, let's go ahead and move on to news and the like, because there is a bit to talk about here. It actually has been a little bit on the quiet side for summer, which is always a good thing. And apparently, Target is telling me I can get 20% off of school uniforms.
What?
Let's go back to school.
No, no.
No, we're gonna leave that alone. That's a whole middle area there that we're not going to bring up. And okay, I get it. Jeez. Oh, why is it when I'm trying to bring up my news source? You know what? Fine. I'll leave you. Freaking stupid thing won't let me. Okay, so starting off, as I mentioned, TruckCon is having their online convention on this weekend. This is going to be a full 3-day convention starting on Friday, ending on Sunday. So not 1, not 2, but 3 full days are going to be devoted to TruckCon. And there's a lot of interesting panels. I actually got a bit of a sneak peek at some of them. The official schedule comes out tomorrow, if I understand. So I can't reveal anything, but just some of the stuff that I saw when I was trying to learn how to stream for their event. I'm actually excited. I'm kind of curious to see, and I want to see what they come up with. One thing I did find out about, and this was on the official Twitter, so I don't think that there's anything wrong with me.
Rule of thumb with any non-disclosure agreements, if it's on official sources, it's fair game.
Well, of course, it's pretty. Moving on. So yeah, Wild Bills. This is a fun one because Wild Bills has been an interesting part of the Brony community to some regards, mostly due to BronyCon because it has some awesome metal mugs there, and it looks like they've also had a bit of an online presence in the Brony community since online conventions are becoming a thing, and yeah, a lot of other conventions aren't doing so hot right now. So it looks like TruckCon has their own official mug for this year, which is pretty cool. I'm actually debating getting that because I already got one for Ponyfest. But another thing that they have that I've never seen before is tumblers, actual TruckCon tumblers. And I would also get some of the soda from Wild Bills too if it wasn't for the fact that they're ridiculously expensive. I mean, seriously, I tried looking at some of their bundles, and it's just like $50 for the mug, and then like a 12-pack of soda, and the mug itself is like $20, so you're spending $30 more for the soda. I mean, it's good soda. It's really, really good soda, but it's not $30 worth soda.
It runs online like, I would totally get it if I wasn't poor.
I would totally get it if I wasn't poor, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna spend maybe $300 to $400 on TruckCon merch anyway. And I accidentally closed the one thing I didn't want to close because
don't you spend money going to cons anyway? Yes,
I do. And I will tell you, if Wild Bills was out there physically at the con, I would buy an all-weekend pass, and I would be slurping that soda like none else.
But
they're not.
thank you. Also, apparently people think I'm trying to one-up you. I'm not. That's just my life.
But you are trying to one-up me. Or at least it sounds like it, because every time I say something, you always have to add on. It's literally the definition of one-upsmanship.
If I really wanted to do that, I would have said I worked 7 days a week and I didn't sleep at all.
And you know, the fact that you keep replying to me on all of this is literally you trying to one-up me, or at least kind of the definition of it.
Fair.
All right, then.
And yes, vaguely, I could stop, but I have a little bit of a sense of personality.
And the fact that you continue to reply to me, even when I pointed this out, instead of just kind of humming and nodding to yourself.
Gentlemen, the
Oh,
news.
Actually, I got to give it to him. He did stop at that point, so I don't know. Maybe he got a little bit of a hint. But well, let's move on. Next, Free Comic Book Day is apparently happening in 2 days. This is
Shipping
actually...
not included.
Huh?
Shipping not included.
Shipping not included. Well, you may have... I don't know if it's shipped or
I
not,
don't
but
know, actually.
apparently this actually is going to be in stores, which is... that's surprising as hell, but yeah, I think a lot of stores, even though right now, a lot of states have like mask policies. I don't think they've actually reclosed a lot of stores though, so it might be open. Your local one might be open. I think my local one is open.
Honestly, given the climate, it's kind of insane.
Yeah. But in any case, if you want to get a free issue of My Little Pony comic, which is kind of a bit of a bumper to the season 10 in comics, it will be at local comic book stores and other hobby stores in 2 days, if any are open nearby that are local to you. I know I have one, and I'm not going to lie, I will be checking it out in 2 days on Wednesday. Yeah, it came with very little warning, DM21. Very little. In fact, this got posted earlier today. So I couldn't warn you guys any earlier if I wanted. Other than maybe throwing it on the Discord 2 hours ago about that. Anyway, Free Comic Book Day is literally this Wednesday. So if you're watching this on archive, you probably already missed it. Check your eBay listings otherwise. But if you're watching this on live stream, check your local comic retailers, see if they're participating, and maybe you can see if they'll have the comic, or even see if they're open. But I am going to try and get my issue of this. I did it before, and I will do it again. So yeah, there's that. And let's move on to the next little bit of news in regards merch. Because right now, pony merch is starting to be on the upswing with Pony Life finally coming to real. Pony Life is a thing now.
It's coming to grips with your reality.
And it's not so bad. It's not terrific. It's not great. It's just not so bad.
Wow, it looks just like the models from the stop motion animations. What?
It kind of does, actually, which doesn't... I wouldn't surprise me if they use those models too.
Except those models were jointed, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but the
styling, yeah.
A lot of my brain is debating, did they cut them apart? Do I really want to say that? They probably cut apart the models and then used kind of like a little polymer glues to put them together. Yeah, I mean, that might be possible, but do I want to say that?
Well, about that.
But yeah, any case, this is a kind of a fun one because this is the Unicorn Celebration set, which is kind of funny because it actually is kind of shaped like a cake. I baked a cake with a unicorn on it.
No, are you going to cut it in half and you're going to see an actual cake?
And here's the thing here. Here's something funny. This is called the Unicorn Party Celebration Collection. And Derpy is in it.
Yeah.
And Fluttershy. And Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash.
And Applejack.
Apple.
You know, in fact, I'm pretty sure...
apple pie.
Wait.
Apple cake.
Applejack's actually in something?
And, wait, you know what? Actually, here's the funny thing. Now, I'm going to throw this. I have to throw this off the rails here because, yeah, it's got Applejack. It's got a good chunk of the main six. It looks like it even has Cadence. What is even the thing is that Derpy is the one that they pointed out in the article, in the Equestria Daily article. They have Mrs. Cake.
Well, it makes sense because she is a cake.
But they just have Mrs. Cake.
It's her last name.
They just have Mrs. Cake though. No, I mean they don't have Mr. Cake. They don't have anybody else. Mrs. Cake is literally like shoehorned in here because
She's totally more marketable. Come on.
I mean, we got the main six. We got the main six. We got a princess. We got knockoff Twilight. We got the Brony mascot here. Pretty much, you put Derpy in anything, it's going to sell 50% more. Let's face it. But then Mrs. Cake out of nowhere. Mrs. Cake is just a random one that's really there, and a Pinkie Pie recolor. In fact, it's pretty much an obvious Pinkie Pie recolor because it's right next to Pinkie Pie.
Yep.
Thank you for the observation. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, there's a little bit of confusion here. On the Free Comic Book Day, this Wednesday, July 15th, in 2 days, is Free Comic Book Day. Believe me, I reread it 5 times because of how short a notice it was. It is 2 days, this Wednesday, July 15th.
Give you the short notice. When they posted, it was 5 this morning. So yeah, very recently.
If you're concerned that the information might be wrong, feel free to call your comic book provider. I'm 100% positive they will be willing to confirm. And in some cases, they might even beg.
Also, while enjoying that free comic book on Free Comic Book Day, check out Winchester Wednesdays on that same evening.
Well, after you read the comic book.
You say people have time to do that?
Apparently. How about instead we take a look at another bit of merchandise with the Mega Friendship Collection with full of brushables.
Yeah, brushables.
Now this one's not so weird with a random background, with a random secondary character in here. You got your main 6, you have your Princess Celestia, and you have your apparently Princess Cadence instead of Luna's right next to her. Never mind. So I got main 6, Celestia, Cadence, Luna. Oh, 9 ponies. Okay. For some reason I thought there was like 10 or 12. Oh, I know why I thought there was 12 because there's
the magic bottle right there.
There's a magic bottle that has 12 on it. It's like, why would you do that? It says 9 ponies on the left, 12 on the right. You're confusing me.
And it looks like they have individually their new marketable 3 that they're going to try to push.
Yeah, Sonic, I completely understand that you were going to miss it. I was worried that something was going to happen with it too. I thought you would have to put I thought you would have to go and put your name in some sort of list or something and get them mailed out to you because they couldn't open up the stores or something. But yeah, unfortunately, Princess Celestia's Pancake Festival is not stopping Free Comic Book Day from opening up in 2 days.
Also, it doesn't help that people decide to actually partake in the party of the pancakes.
But seriously, if you do go out though, remember that Princess Celestia's pancakes are full in the air, and they do tend to get a little bit smelly, so you want to wear your face masks. And make sure you stay away 6 feet away so you don't accidentally rub syrup on one another.
By the way, I still find this a more mature thing than what's currently going on in the world, but I digress.
Actually, I'm more surprised that I made the analogy work so stupidly well.
I was rather impressive, I'm not going to lie.
That's why is this more mature than what actually is going on?
Anyway, also just for more merch news, they also have brushables in the Pony Lifestyle. Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, Pinkie Pie. Got little singlets there. In all honesty, sorry.
Those are going to be their new marketable 3 that they're going to be trying to push.
Oh no, they've always have been their marketable 3. Pinkie, in fact, the best way I figured it, Rainbow Dash is colorful, Twilight Sparkle's the main character, and Pinkie Pie is pink. Those are literally the reasons why they use those 3.
I thought there was a different one before Pinkie, though.
Nope.
Maybe my mind just messed with me.
No, Rarity's popped up a little bit here and there, and
that might be what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Rarity's popped up a little bit. Applejack has been a complete no-show, and I feel terrible because I know there's a 6-1, and I don't know why I can't remember her all of a sudden.
It's like a floor mat. I don't know why. I just walk over it.
Oh, right, it was Starlight Glimmer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hope you're happy.
Wait, what? Fluttershy. I know it's Fluttershy. I know it's Fluttershy.
I have speaking of 3PO just standing here and he falls down whenever you make fun of Fluttershy. I don't think he appreciated that.
I'm more surprised at 3. Never mind. Let's.
And also, didn't interrupt us with that.
And also, one more. Yeah, we actually got a lot of merch news for once, which is fun. And new packaging for Pony Life. The Unicorn Sparkle Collection has appeared. So this has actual unicorns in it. You have two of the main six. You have Twiggy and Ray and Rare Rah Rah Rah.
Rah, rah, rah.
Yeah, you have Twiggy the second and Twiggy the knockoff, and also DJ Hoofenstomp.
Yes.
I
Stomp
foresee
is real.
getting this just because of the pony.
No, it's because my brain melted, and I'm just trying to work with the analogy at this point.
And they got herpes.
No, they don't. They got crafting herpes. That's a different thing.
And crafting herpes. That's what I mean.
But yeah, but
Look
the
at
name.
all that shiny.
But the name is literally Unicorn Sparkle Collection, so it's not like they're not warning you. Granted, I find it funny. I find it hilarious that all of them just have glitter on their horns, outside of DJ Pony, who has it on her glasses as well.
Yes, it's even worse.
Her glasses are magical. Confirmed by Toy. The glasses are magic. The Trixie is nice though. I do give it to Ponyman64. The Trixie is really awesome. I do like that.
Oh,
Well,
she did
you know,
get
I'm
a
saying I wear
lot
my
of
sunglasses at night.
All right.
I have to give her night vision.
All right, and now for the more expensive or harder to find merchandise, just a reminder from last week, Plasmane is now listed on Entertainment Earth, so that means you can go ahead and start getting your reserve down for Plasmane, the Ghostbusters My Little Pony crossover. And also, in a wonderful little bit of news, it's not ridiculously expensive right now. Because it is only $15 on pre-order, and it won't be shipping out until like late January next year, so you won't see it for 6 months. But yeah, you can bet your money that this is going to get scalped beyond belief once it actually does come out. So if you do want it, I would recommend putting in for it right now.
This is one of those things where you buy it and you forget about it.
Until
So 6 months later, it shows up at your door and you're
yeah, you buy it,
birthday present.
you buy it, you forget about it, and then you see it's just like it's like a random it's like a random gift, and it's so wonderful. It makes me happy.
It's a gift to myself.
It's a random gift to myself, and it's not even my birthday. Or maybe it is.
The only downside that I have with the crossover ponies is we did not get a fully transformable Transformers pony. They have a Transformer horse. Why not codify that?
What can you do? But
Hey,
here's what you could do. Here's what you can do. You can instead spend $100 and get the Kotobukiya limited edition Equestria Girl colored Pinkie Pie. This is also something we mentioned last week, but I want to bring it up again on an official show. But yeah, so you like your Pinkie Pie Kotobukiya, but you wanted her all in pink and also with shiny glittery-like hair. Glittery-like. It's not coated in sprinkles, so you won't get it all over the place.
Yeah, this is the good stuff where they do a resin dip with it, so the glitter stays on the hair and doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and if anything, it actually makes it awesome because the hair is kind of see-through-ish.
Yes.
But yes, spend $100 and you can have a pink Pinkie Pie with glittery hair. And also a pink Pinkie Pie with glittery hair. She's right below the Pinkie Pie. So you can
Double
have a Pinkie...
the pink, double the pies.
Double the hair.
Double the fun.
No, it's quad bit. It's 2 times the hair, you know. His head is a lot of hair.
And hi, CMC.
Blah.
Hi.
Sorry when the news.
Well, we just got over the merchandise news. Now we're going over the sad and informative stuff, and then we'll go into the content creation. So give it about 5 minutes.
Okay, well I have a thing before you get to the content creation.
All right.
Oh, I remember that.
Well,
Sorry,
let's go ahead and continue on to the news here real fast, so we can get to CMCs real quick. Speaking of Kotobukiya, unfortunately, the sad news is Rainbow Dash has been delayed until August. Granted, it probably has something to do with the fact that right now getting anything shipped is a mess. And I think there's also been some holdbacks on shipping anything to the U.S. due to issues which are more political in nature than I'd like to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you something. that coffee mug that I got.
Mm-hmm.
The person shipped that almost 4 months ago.
But you did get it.
Well,
Yeah, I finally got it. It only took it 4 months to get here.
well, also that was during the peak of the first party of the pancakes.
No, my fuel tank and everything is only delayed by about a week. So it was something definitely going on.
It's hard. They are. I know that from what I understand, they are quarantining packages just because they might have excess syrup on them, and they just want to make sure the syrup dries before they get it shipped out. But unfortunately, that can also cause problems, and also just the random delays just due to everything else going on. But
Then again, it could be a different type of syrup depending on where you're from.
let's leave that alone.
Yeah, let's leave that one.
But yeah, so if you were waiting for your Rainbow Dash like I am, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, like I am. But moving on to the other little bits of news here. For those of you who are a musician or know musicians, it looks like there is a Toast Beers-like project for Brony musicians, where they're trying to do a bi-monthly compos with sync listens. I'm not exactly sure what in the world this means, but basically they're trying to get musicians to come together to do a bi-monthly challenge to make some interesting Brony music. So if you are a musician or you know a musician and you want to kind of throw yourself into an interesting little challenge here, I think there may be this may be something to look at.
So just throw this into the water pistol squad and see what the musicians do.
Well, that's one option too. I'm just throwing this out to our live audience. And also, speaking of music, the Musical Growth Collection album of Do the Daring Do, called Reflection, has been released on Bandcamp. I want to bring this up because this is a lot of the music that he's made from 2014 to 2019. A full-on list of it all. 40 different pieces of music. Admittedly, it is priced as normal music, so it is a $15 album to buy. But of course, it's Bandcamp, so it's buy once, pay, keep it forever, even though it's digital.
You just have to have proof of pretty much a digital receipt, and you can go back and re-download it if something ever happens.
Yeah, or you just have it on the account, which is cool enough. I mean, Bandcamp.
Oh yeah, you can do that. I'm old.
It's all right. But yeah, so if you are a fan of Do the Daring Do, or you want to check out the music and you think it's pretty interesting, $15 for their entire discography, or at least a good sampling of everything that they've done over the last 5 years, is definitely not bad, and it's kind of cool. And last little bit of news here. Ponytail Adventures has released the 0.4 update. We will be talking about this and playing it a little bit on the Brony Show at some point. There are two different versions. We are playing the SFW one, so I don't think you have to even question on that. However, the animation is good. The story is good. There's a lot of goodness to it. So just because there's two different versions doesn't mean that there isn't any reason not to play the one of them. So yeah, we'll be checking that out later in the near future.
Also, this is so we don't get in trouble with anyone. If you know a hub, you can play it there.
What?
Okay.
Just go on and ignore me for the moment.
Done. All right, and finally, Team Fortress 2. If you like the Team Fortress 2 Pony Abridged shenanigans, would you let me talk for goddamn? You know what? I'm muting Toa for 5 minutes. So, if you like Team Fortress 2 and the analysis editions of the different pony analysis in Team Fortress 2 outfits, you can get your own now. It looks like there is a full-on commission guide being done by Lightning Bliss. I almost called her Rainbow Bright. I feel terrible.
Who's the colorful little one?
I don't know why. Lightning Bliss is doing a full-on Team Fortress 2 commission based on how you want it to be. Whether you want red or blue uniforms, whether you want them, what class you want them to have, what weapons you want them to have that are part of that class. You can have different ones added on. And the fun part is, if you really want to pay some good money, you can have a full-on poster with an entire red team or an entire or both teams in one big collab.
That sounds like a lot of money.
Oh, it is. It's for the whole shebang is about $700.
Yeah, it's like for each character, and then you put in a poster after you get each character model.
But it's $700. It does sound like a lot of money, but it's also a lot of work. We're dealing with 5, 6, 7, 9 characters per team, 18 characters altogether, put into a massive poster where all of them can be seen. Also, decked out with outfits and weapons. Granted, that's if you want to go for the full 18-person team, which honestly I would love to do that for the Brony show, but I would not be able to pay the $700 myself, and practically would have to ask everybody for $50 to
For everyone, pushing at least $100 per person.
No, 50. We could do it with $50 per person easily. Just like $50 per person, and we could all be on one massive team together, and then wonder why we spent $50 each on this thing.
I'm down for throwing away $200 on this. I'm serious. I am down for throwing away $200 for at least 4 people to do this.
Well, yeah, if anybody is actually interested, let us know on the Discord. Oh, sorry. But yeah, if we get enough interest on the Discord, we might actually set something up. But for now, if you are interested in doing at least an individual one, the base prices alone aren't too bad. They range from $30. Oh, dear world, that hurt.
30 to 50, depending on the type of character you want to run.
30 to 50, depending on the character class that you want your character to have, and also maybe about $5 more each per the accessories you want them to have.
Yeah, and I'm about to say they probably also get, because that's the base price. So if you happen to be running a complex character on top of that, there's probably gonna be more money on top of that. So.
Well, I don't think it'll be too complex. Just understand that it will be show style. So if you wanted something a little bit more realistic or kind of artsy, it's not happening. So.
Yeah, this is why I'm perfectly happy if I get charged more for my character, even if it is just a lot of circles and rectangles.
In any case, that was it for the news. But before we go on to content creation, TMC.
Hold on, I have a thing. Need to wait for this.
It's okay. I'm quickly bringing up what our challenge for the week
Hopefully
was.
it's close enough to the microphone.
Yeah, I was just kind of saying that, like, a lot of people charge a lot of the characters that I actually make as complex characters.
Did that come through well?
Very lightly, and everybody was talking. So, okay, everybody, let's silence for a quick moment. Try it again.
No, it has to load up the entire app again. The My Little Pony Colored by Magic app finally came out.
Oh yeah, I remember talking about that.
And I've been toying with it, and
Yeah, what?
It seems like a cash grab mostly, because you have apples which you spend to play some of the levels to build up this museum, and the prices for the puzzle, or for the pages that you do, from what I've seen, cost 1 to 3 apples, with a few right at the point where I'm at, where it's, oh, here's 3 apples, and here's 3 apples, and here's 3 apples, straight in a row, so you can't do it just nicely. A single apple refreshes every 30 minutes? Yeah.
And do you do show, or is it just random colors with it?
Oh, it pulls a bunch of show scenes and actually has a little... Everything actually has a voice line to it.
And just out of curiosity, was this a free app or a pay for app?
This is a free app. With,
yeah.
In here, and if I pop to this,
Ooh, let's get renovating.
I don't have enough apples for this next one, so this should pop with the voice line.
Uh-oh, you don't have enough apples.
And then it has a join the VIP club to get more apples quicker, which seems to have a bar of 10 apples.
And let me guess, the VIP club is either a monthly charge or it's like something ludicrous for too many apples than you would ever need.
There's another line here.
You don't need apples to paint in the art studio.
The art studio, which the first day had 1 picture, the next day had 3 pictures, 2 days later 3 more pictures, 2 more days later 3 more pictures. Coming soon, 3 days, 18 hours for the next set.
Okay, but I'm guessing that doesn't go to selling everything, does it?
I don't know what your question means.
Neither do I. It's just the
You're
arts.
only doing this for the museum, right?
The art studio is just basically a paint by numbers kind of thing. That's all.
No. The art studio is, oh yeah, here, have this flail of things, and let's go to one that I don't care what the colors are, that one. Because it's got annoyances in here too.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
Glitter colors are exclusive to the members of the VIP club.
Oh, there it is.
And
The rainbow bucket is exclusive to the members of the club.
What's
and
the
you
rainbow?
have like it's 8 colors on the bottom of the thing, and then a whole bunch of these.
Some colors are exclusive to the members of the VIP club.
Yeah,
Is that game busting your
Yeah.
ball?
and
I
that's
think
most of the rainbow of colors you need to color all of the ponies correctly.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And now actually going over here to look at the VIP club. $5 a month. Not a one-time buy. $5 a month. You can get a 7-day free trial.
I would like to point out I pay $4.99 to be a sub on a Twitch channel that I also do a short story for that has possibility of being read, and I have a higher possibility of being in the page. I get more enjoyment out of that than coloring something that I may forget.
Yeah, I like your argument. I appreciate the
What's the
argument,
current
but I can
per-
do better.
What's the current per month of Netflix?
I think it's about. I think it's actually like $9.99 a month. Or if you're an anime fan, you can go to Crunchyroll, which is about $6.99 a month.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
and
better to wait out your things, go in every couple of hours if you want to try to progress the storyline, than be willing to throw this thing money, I'd say.
it definitely. But then again, if it's a free app, it's a free app. You're gonna be paying for it one way or another. Let's face it, guys.
Yeah. I'm almost at the point where you're going to open the museum, just 2 more pictures,
Mm-hmm.
which means 10 minutes and then an hour and a half later.
Also, I did a quick check on Netflix. Basic is $8.99 a month. Standard is $12.99 a month, and premium $15.99 a month. So,
Well, we'll go with the $12.99 because basic is pretty. I think basic like really limits you for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Sell your soul.
Any case, let's go ahead and move on here because review on the new Ponies app. You're paying money or you're paying time. Either case, you're paying, even though it's free. So let's move on, and we got the challenge of the week. So this was a 2-week challenge, and again, I do apologize. I wanted to put something in for this, but I didn't have time, and time went away from me. But the challenge of the week was a 2-week challenge of Summer Evening, with the Protest Initiative challenge of a job well done or something deserving of a 5-star rating, with the first ever Super Protest Initiative challenge. And I was hoping that would actually summon Cole.
okay, I think it did.
Wait, Cole's here?
Yeah,
Yep.
Cole's here.
Oh, no, I mean, no, I'm not.
Okay. So, hey, come back here.
Call!
Why'd you scare him off?
He's back.
Because I was busy editing the show notes to make sure I got it in right.
I'm sorry, I'm so scary.
So Coal Dust, what was the Super Protest Initiative challenge?
That's a good question. What was it?
Fun with
Quickly,
glue.
look at the notes.
Well, it
It is
had to do
unbelievable.
with it had to do with the sticky situation, and definitely brings people and things closer together.
Oh,
Sometimes
Fun
in
with Glue.
Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, we do got a few we got to do a few entries here. Some of them are related to it. Some of it are not quite so much. We're gonna throw Toa right under the bus here first with something not related, but it was his artist training ground number 30 graduation, which kind of looks like he has his characters in some sort of dark evil robes for bad purposes. Either that or they're in black dresses. Either case, I don't know what to think of that. I know they're graduation robes, by the way. I'm making just fun of the fact that they're basically like black draperies.
Hey,
Black
don't blame me,
robes,
that's-
graduation, it's the same thing, basically.
Is
Yep.
that
They're
exactly?
evil.
Yeah, cult robes, graduation robes, same thing, right?
Yep.
Basically.
And even the best part is you rent them for $50 and then you only keep the mortar board.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you also pay a lot of money, especially if you go to college, for basically a useless degree nowadays.
You rented yours.
I bought
Yeah,
mine.
I rented mine, but public school. What can you do?
Even in my public school, I bought mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I straight up gone and found somebody that wasn't there that day and took theirs.
Cheap public school.
You know,
Okay, that's better.
Very cheap.
Let's be real here.
I slept through my classes and graduated with the 3.5. There is not a lot I
Hey,
can say.
man!
There is not a lot I could say.
Let's be real here. Having all these one-time garments for like all these schooling events that
Actually, that does make
that's kind of a
sense.
waste of fabric.
It's kind of a waste of fabric, except I'd probably have just so much fun walking around in that and like maybe doing a cosplay or something. I could have cosplayed that weird professor nerdy guy from Ace Attorney that has an obsession with panties.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
let's go ahead and move on here. Let's go ahead and move on. The other thing we have is from Deathlight, who's clear coated his figure,
yeah.
and
Paint job. Yeah, clear coat with a matte spray.
this kind of qualifies for both summer evening job well done and technically fun with glue because resin is a glue.
It's a resin-based figure. It is because of how dainty some of the things are. We need to actually make it out of resin.
Yeah, POA is good if you want solid stuff. Resin is more detailed work.
Though I also feel upset at him for going to Hobby Lobby. What's wrong with you? No, I'm kidding.
I
Hey,
didn't go to
Hobby Lobby is a good.
I'm
Hobby
kidding.
Lobby is a good spot.
Deep breath. I'm kidding. Sheesh.
I guess the thing does say Hobby Lobby, but the store was not Hobby Lobby, so it's kind of weird.
Okay, that is really weird, and I'm not gonna poke in on that one.
Right,
That's
so they got a price, a sticker maker from Hobby Lobby.
But it wasn't from Hobby Lobby. Yeah,
Well, no, it might have been that it was set up.
it might have been a
for Hobby
branch.
Lobby, and
That's
it
my
was
guess.
just.
But.
Yeah.
all right,
I'm
and we
saying-
also
If
have.
you look in the background, there's that mug that took almost to get here.
And along with that, we have not one, but two stories. One from Vaguely Creepy, our fanfic writer that is slowly building the Brony Show mythos. And we also have one from Ponyman64, which got shoveled in literally about 50 minutes ago.
Which one would you like to read? I'll read the other.
You know what? I've read a lot of the Vaguely Creepy ones lately, so I want to give another person a shot at that. So CMC, if you'd be so kind on the Vaguely Creepy, I have it in the show notes, or you can also check the backstage.
Some content creation.
I don't know why I said
There.
backstage. It's content creation. Why did I say
Its name-
backstage?
Stuck. After fleeing from their assassins, circling back around to get their luggage, doing everything in their power to ensure they weren't being followed, the four stallions made their way to another hotel to regroup and figure out their next steps. Circuit's plan was to busy himself putting together the same kind of evidence board he'd seen in movies in the hopes it might give some kind of clue as to where to go next. Granted, Instead of the complex series of newspaper articles and photographs stacked on the pegboard one would expect, it was just a handful of sticky notes, glued together and placed on the floor. But it was something, right? Meanwhile, Cole and Suki had decided to busy themselves, working on a model train Cole had brought for entertainment, while Crazy Matt went on a quick food run. Once he returned, he set everyone's supplies down and went to look over Circuit's work. Don't these usually have string and stuff? I had to get all this from the hotel shop downstairs, and they didn't have string, Circuit said. But they had glue and sticky notes? Crazy Matt asked. Eyebrows raised. Hey, business ponies travel all the time. It makes sense to have office supplies around, said Circuit. I guess. So have you found anything yet? Asked Crazy Matt, biting into a cheap granola bar simply labeled FOOD! Yes, he needed the extra large capitalizations.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, that hurt.
Well, actually, I don't know how these are supposed to work, so I just started gluing things together to see if I could figure it out as I went along. Circuit admitted sheepishly. Crazy Matt silently stared at the small piece of paper. Are we bad at this? Kinda, yeah, Circuit sighed. Excuse me, said Cole, reaching past the two of them. Sorry. Reaching past the two of them to grab the glue. Oh, sure, Crazy Matt cried, giving the bottle to him before continuing. Well, in our defense, we run a bar and a podcast. Playing detectives are pretty far outside our skill sets. Circuit nodded. Maybe, but even if we don't have enough clues yet, I think us getting attacked is proof we're on the right track. Once is happenstance, twice is coincidence, but 3 times is annoying, finished Cole from the table. Insurance fraud, piped Suki next to him. Bad writing? Suggested Crazy Matt flatly. No, enemy action, cried Circuit. Suki looked up from Model's frame to squint at him. You stole that from something, didn't you? That's not the point, Circuit said, exasperated. Look, we came out here in the first place because we thought someone deliberately cursed Cole and wanted to mess with all of us. Now we have proof that it's not just someone, but 2, or maybe even more, because I really doubt that big guy or the maybe a little girl could have screwed up the weather like that back home. We want to do a lot more than just mess with us. Those plants were deadly. Whatever his name is was trying to break you guys in half, Cole said, curiously. Curiosity finally making him come over to look at Circuit's progress. I just wish we knew why, Crazy Matt mused. Does anyone remember meeting either of them before? You'd think I wouldn't remember someone like that huge, Suki asked incredulously, flinging his forelegs out as if to remind everyone of the stallion in question's sheer size. And I don't remember running into anyone who has death plants either, said Cole, shaking his head. We must have, though, right? There's gotta be some reason they're doing this, whatever they are, Circuit said. Yeah, there's no way we're important enough to warrant someone hiring actual assassins. Way too expensive, Crazy Matt said. How would you know that? Circuit asked, shooting a look. Guys? Suki called from the table. Anyway, psychos like these Lavarni, right? Crazy Matt continued, clearly avoiding the question. If they're using plants to attack us, and weather to attack us, it's probably related. I don't know. Weather pony is a pretty common job. They could just be using what's available to them. Guys! Suki cried even louder. Even if that's true, that still means that we've got a possible lead on where to find them, Circuit countered. Guys, help! Suki yelled, finally loud enough to catch everyone's attention. The group ceased their discussion and turned to see Suki had, after unknowingly knocking the glue over with his gesturing, managed to adhere himself firmly to the table. Circuit just blinked. watching his cold and crazy man hurried over to help their friend get unstuck before glancing back to the meager sticky notes on the floor. Yeah, we might be bad at this.
Just a little bit bad, you know.
Yeah, maybe just a little. All right, and now we again, awesome story, and continuing to go forward. And he incorporated everything. Summer evening, job well done, or deserving of a 5-star rating, and fun with glue, all in one go. So, you know, massive points to Vaguely Creepy for keeping this story going. And I really feel like we're gonna have to cobble this thing together and actually make a book once it's all done, or at least a pamphlet. We'll print it out and take it to cons and have a giant stack of them and watch as it collects dust and our hopes slowly wane to nothing.
No, we just make the giant hat from a while back with certain snips of the story on it.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, giant hat it is. But seriously, this is awesome. I love it. But okay, now for Ponyman 64, and since I'll go ahead and read this one, and I will add embellishment because I can. Bulk biceps putting up posters with a rolling brush of glue when he heard a crash. He turned around to see a shop pony shouting at a colt, "Get out of here, you little brats!" Bulk moved closer to see what was going on. "That dang kid keeps coming into my shop and making trouble," the shop owner told him. "Knocking over displays, making messes, bothering my customers, and stealing candy. He's a mess, I tell ya!" Bulk got back to work, and a short time later, he saw the colt coming back for more mischief. Bulk got an idea. He picked up the colt and ran the rolling brush on his back and stuck him to the wall. The shop owner came over and said, "Wow, good job. I'll be sure to give you a 5-star review."
Out of it back.
There we go. But that is, thank you, Puttyman 64. That was short, sweet, and succulent. That's exactly the stories we get at. Okay. All right. And with that, that is it for our entries for fancy missions and suggestions. Now for next week's challenge. Now that we're finally getting back into the roll of things here, I'm going to go ahead and overwhelm us by giving us the next week's challenge of overworked. You try to take a break, but unfortunately even your break time is work time because you just need more time to get things done, which means you don't have enough time to do everything. You are so overworked. So overworked is my challenge for the week. And what's the protest initiative challenge? Protest... Cole?
What is the cold test challenge?
I was mute.
Yes, you were.
Protest Initiative challenge this week is chocolate milk.
Damn it, now I want chocolate milk.
Damn you.
I actually
Where's
don't really
my
like chocolate milk.
milk?
Even
Ugh.
burn the witch.
But yeah, chocolate milk. That's the challenge. Good luck.
Chocolate milk, everybody. All
Also,
right.
Because you guys couldn't hear it before, you guys did amazing with the challenges this week. Especially those who did the writings, because oh my gosh, that's a lot of writing between both of you. Holy
Yep.
heck, you guys are good.
You know what? In
All
fact, we forgot to give awards. So I'm going to quickly give Vaguely Creepy the Continuing the Fanfiction Award. And I'm going to give Ponyman64 the Short, Sweet, and Succulent Award. I'm going to give Katoa Koi we kind of threw this in there because we could award.
Excuse me for actually trying to make a summer sunset.
Hey, you did fine.
You know what? Actually, I didn't realize that there was a some shit. 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 There was some shit. I apologize.
Involved.
I apologize. I apologize about not saying some sunset. Let's move on, please. I feel like I'm
Before you cut off your tongue because you're just flailing at it.
actually
They're gone.
I'm more worried I'm going to hit a very bad stereotype out of nowhere. You just got to get to that point where you're just like, uh-oh, I insulted somebody and I don't even know who.